What I don't want to see is turnovers. I know we saw Josh Allen had a couple fumbles there, but this Miami team last year, I think, kind of overachieved um, with their like record wise. They ended up with 10 wins, but as you just mentioned, Xavier Howard with 10 interceptions. Um, their defense was very opportunistic and gave their offense a lot more chances. So I think in this type of game, if you can stay ahead of the turnover battle or just have it be even, I think you have a very good chance of winning the game. I think it's all about giving Josh as many opportunities as you can and really limiting the amount of opportunities they get.
Yeah, toxic differential plays. The team that usually has more of them ends up losing the game. So I'm not trying to see any turnovers from the Bills. What I also don't want to see, and which I don't know if you agree with me, but I don't want to see lopsided officiating again. And I don't like to blame games on refs, but the Bills were flagged a lot during this week one matchup against the Steelers. And some of them I understand, like Darrell Williams and Deion Dawkins, they were holding a bunch. So I get that. But I don't understand some of the questionable 50-50 calls, if you will. Like, for example, that PI on with Levi Walls and oh god, who's there? Canadian Megatron, Chase Claypool, Canadian Megatron. It just felt like the Steelers got all of the 50-50 calls in their favors, and the Bills didn't get one. Like that holding call against Tre'Davious White where he intercepted the ball. There should have been a holding call on their left tackle against Jerry Hughes because he came up the field and pretty much got held all the way there and could have sacked Big Ben before the ball got even thrown. But it just didn't happen. We didn't get a call really. Nothing really landed on our side of the field in terms of those ticky-tacky calls, and I just wasn't a huge favor of it. And I wasn't even really aware of this until I listened to Aaron Quinn of Cover One, and just the Cover One guys in general. I listened to all the post-game podcast shows from most platforms because I like listening to everyone's opinions and how they take the games. So I definitely got to give credit here to them. It's just, if you're going to call a game like that, and this is what they said, and I totally agree. If you're going to call a game ticky-tacky one way, you got to do it the other way. Because at that point, like, how are we supposed to know how to adjust? Right?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah,
we can't do that, then call it that way.
Yeah,
please.
I really hate being at the end of the game, feeling like we kind of got screwed by the refs. That being said, I do feel like we were on the wrong side of it, and I do think we earned a lot of those ourselves. But I guess it would be something I would like to see is that if you're going to have a game that feels like you're playing the officials too, then be a good enough team to just overcome that as well. We have a 15-yard completion comeback on a holding call, and now it's 1st and 20. Go do it.
Yeah.
And we have a good enough team to overcome that, and we saw that last year with the one game where Josh is asking the officials how many times we got to score a touchdown, and guess what? We scored another touchdown. So I think overall it just wasn't our best performance, and I don't think we see many games that look like that this year.